Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down. It's Donnie Houston podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. Today's guest is somebody that a lot of y'all been asking me about, man. When I'm gonna bring him, you know what I'm saying? And listen, we got him here today, man, in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Representing Cleveland, representing that H, man. Lil Flex, what's going down?
What's up, world? Donnie Houston, man. Appreciate being able to be on your platform, man.
Yeah,
It's
nah,
definitely an honor.
it's an honor to have you here, man. What's going down?
Man, shit just back in the ethic of working, man.
Yeah, yeah. You got a new project that you're working on, right?
Yeah, I got many, but the one that pretty much target my fans, that's still Flex. Like, it was a time when I was doing time, I was in my own head trying to come up with my own personal story. Then when I came home and tried to force feed them, they ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? So I went back to the lab and let them know, like, I'm still responsible for what y'all remember me for, and I can go there. So yeah, so I'm just cleaning up my mess right now.
Once I clean up his mess, I like that. When you say when you was locked up, man? How long you been on?
Shit, what I came on 2014.
Oh, a little minute.
I was,
Yeah,
yeah, from 2010 to 2014.
yeah, already. So since you been in, it's just been more so just back in the lab, just going back at it, or?
Not full fledged. I've been more so trying to get acclimated with my family, my kids and shit, cause can't get back time, and so I owe that much to them.
Yeah. And I mean, you back in the H. I remember we had tried to do this before with the like the little Zoom call. My phone ended up freezing and couldn't say the shit. It was all messed up. But I prefer to have people in the couch anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Most
I'm glad to
definitely.
have you here. And we doing the way it's supposed to go down. But you were telling me that you were actually from Cleveland. Like that tripped me out when I learned that.
Yeah, I'm from Cleveland. Shit. I was visiting them back and forth and shit. Think I came down here for the first time when I was in first grade. Then like in third grade. Nah, was it third grade? Maybe fourth grade or some shit. We had moved down here for 6 months and ended up going back. Then years later, come back like at the end of my sophomore year.
So you come back sophomore. First of all, tell me how is Cleveland? Like I said, that's somewhere I've always wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Grew up on Bone Thugs. You know, they was representing hard, man. What type of city is Cleveland?
Man, like a baby Fifth Ward, South Park.
Hmm. Like that.
Yeah.
It was a story you was telling me something you saw that was going on out there, some wild shit. What was it about somebody at the gas station, a baby and some shit?
Yeah, I seen a bunch of crazy shit. Like, before I get into that one, like, I think I was in like ninth grade. Man, my partner went over to one of our female friends' house, and as we walking in, or like the 9-year-old son, he walking out the house. I'm calling my daddy. We in there. Matter of fact, this is the same day Pac got shot. Raining like a mug. We sitting there in the den, we blowing, and then the lights go out. Then the lights come back on. Mama upstairs. Daddy come home from work. shoot straight past us. I ain't acknowledge us at all. Went upstairs and killed the mama. But
Wait. You in the ninth grade at this time? You said.
yeah,
So y'all go over there. Whose house is this? What you doing at this house at this time? Whose house?
this was like my like soon to be girlfriend. Like
So what was her relation to the woman that got killed?
that was her mama.
So you and your partner go to this girl house. Y'all blowing.
Yeah,
Kid walks out. I'm gonna call my daddy. Lights go out. Lights come on. Daddy walks in right past y'all, kills the woman and leave.
nah. I don't even remember saying we left before he did. I was more so on trying to console, know what I'm saying, console the sisters and my partner. He was older than me, so he was like, "Nigga, right now ain't the time to be falling in love, my nigga. Let's get the fuck out of here." And so, yeah, we scratched. They ended up finding him in Cincinnati under the bed in the hotel.
God damn, that ain't. I mean, that ain't trip you out of nothing. I mean, how did that make you feel? You in ninth grade and you see something like this go down. And did y'all have to end up like dealing with the police as far as like witnesses and all that shit, or how that end up turning out?
Nah, the most I did was attend the funeral, pay my respects, and then I ain't never seen or heard from them again.
Oh shit. Is that something that did that have an effect on you? Like, is that something that you thought about over time, or it was just
That shit always like put me in the mind frame like, man, I hope no shit like that ever happened to me. You know.
God damn. Okay. Damn. Okay. So, boom, ninth grade, but then you come to Houston, 10th grade,
Yeah, the end of my 10th grade year.
and you come out here and you out there, you on the west.
Yeah. First, I guess you could say it's the same thing. SWAT, A-Leaf, and then later on I moved over to West Airport and Sandpiper and all that shit.
So when you come here, like what kind of are you into sports? Like what kind of like kid are you in 10th grade, 10th, 11th grade? Are you in the streets or you? I mean, what's going on with you?
I dabble a little bit, but sport. They wanted me to play sports. You know, when you that be the only class you willing to participate in. You know what I'm saying? So uh, you did a flag football type shit, but I had played little league football before too. So and we really was out there in the streets, really, really hitting shit. You know what I'm saying? So the coach is always like, "Hey, why don't you play for this?" Man, it's too motherfucking hard to be trying to practice every day from 6, 7 period until it's time to go. Nah, I'm not playing no sport.
Hmm. So when did you start getting into like writing and rapping and all that? Like when's your interest for that come?
My the first time I ever heard a Easy E record, him, Too Short, Slick Rick, all of them was my primary influencers.
Hmm. So when did you start like recording your first raps?
Uh, Shit, when they had like when they had the 2 alarm clocks, you know what I'm saying? I played the instrumental on one. Like this back in, I'm gonna say this shit had to be like in 6th, 7th grade. But I always was trying to take other rapper shit and put it into the context of my own language. So it's always that drive, that drive and that passion always been there.
Hmm. And so you said you were telling me that you met Dan at a music conference, but you were already kind of like in a group, or you went with your boy, or like what y'all were doing with the rap at that time to even go to say we gonna go to a music conference.
Yeah, I was going along with it. I was new to the city. And, I had classes with Young Roe. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. He was with the Color Change Clique. And, we was a Spanish class or whatever, and I'm fucking around or whatever. And he was more of a loner nigga. So he said I had a binder. You know what I'm saying? And you got a binder? What you rap? Like, yeah. He like, you mind if I read your shit? I'm like, shit, go ahead. I don't give a damn. He read my shit. He was like, I can tell you got something, but where you from? I'm like, Cleveland. He like, I could tell you was from somewhere else because we don't rap like that.
What were you talking about? Do you remember?
Uh, some non-existence type shit. Know what I'm saying? Some shit I probably heard Brother Lynch talk about. Know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like at that time, I was pretty much painted a picture from what was going on around me. Like I was always in the mix of the shit, but not necessarily the
Not involved with
yeah.
it. Yeah. So y'all go to this music conference. Which conference is
Oh
this?
yeah. I want to say the MJM at a Radisson Suites or some shit. Yeah, we go in there thinking that we finna politic with some other artists or whatever, or finna get signed, but it was just basically businessman trying to absorb some knowledge to properly run their own label. And so after that, after the meeting was over, whatnot, then had walked that to us and gave us a business card. We chopped it up a little bit. It wasn't like no demos being exchanged or nothing, but just the fact that we was the only two teenagers that were in attendance made him want take an interest in us. So he invited us to the studio one night the next day.
Hmm. The next day, and when you get to the studio, what's going on at the studio?
Uh,
And what studio is this that y'all go to?
we had digital services where they do the mixing and mastering and shit. So when I come in, uh, then playing ping pong with Beyonce, and the other three members of the group was doing a little choreography in the mirror and shit.
Hmm. When you see that, are you like, oh shit, okay, it's finna go down, or you just like, okay, all right, what's the studio, whatever?
Uh, at that time, I already knew the buzz that was hyped up from the wanna be a baller type shit, so I knew it was more to be expected. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be a lot of that same type of shit. And so, like, I was being a street nigga, just on my natural shit. Like, okay, yeah, this what's up.
Hmm. So is Youngster there? Like, what are the artists there when you
Yeah,
come around?
it was just being youngster.
Hmm. So who's all on straight profit at the time?
Uh, of course, youngster me, Grace, R.I.P. Grace, uh, Solo D, Kool Aid, Lil James, Slick Breeze, Trey D, Lil Fee. Uh, Shit, it was a whole entourage for real. I mean, I apologize if I miss anybody on that, but yeah, the squad for real.
Was there anybody that you like gravitated to, or that kind of like took you in when you came over there?
Oh man, well, speaking of that, man, R.I.P. Black One, man, Black One, Kool Aid, Solo D, Wood too, yeah, Wood, yeah, everybody did, man. It wasn't nothing but love, you know.
Hmm. And so this particular day, is that the day when you hear knocking pictures off the wall, or what's going on that day?
Uh-uh. And I don't even know what we was doing that day. We was just there. I don't know if I don't know what project was being worked on, but that was at that studio. At Uptown Recording Studio is where the continuation of the follow-ups occurred. It wasn't like my first time in the studio. Like, hey, get in the booth. I hung around for a few months before they actually got to hear what I sound like.
Hmm. So did you, when you come in, do you sign immediately, or just kind of like we just crew and we out kicking it and not really doing that type of thing?
There wasn't no paperwork involved until the majors came.
Hmm. So okay, even before the majors, because knocking pictures off the wall is what brought there. Talk about how you even ended up on that record.
I was just sitting in the front room. Every time when I came to the studio, I ain't gonna say every time, but every now and then they'd pull up the knocking pictures off the wall with just the hook and Youngster verse playing. Uh, and then just came out the blue one day like, hey, you got a verse for that song? And I just randomly snatched some shit out my folder. Went in the
Hmm.
booth and laid that bitch down.
My currency increased. I'm dropping 50 on these gallons. Just all that.
Yeah, got to come through. Let that y'all sound cold. Flip flop and floss. Watch the currency unfold.
Think around long
7 days
7 days of
at
the
the
week.
creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And shout out to Creek Connection. Everybody, Angleton, Lake Jackson, Alvin, in that direction. Yeah, that's kind of. I knew I was going somewhere in the earlier topic. Yeah, me and Young Roe ended up in the group together called Creek Connection, and we would go out of town. Uh, we would dub our tapes and go and sell them out of town. So we already had a buzz. J Mac Manhattan was already familiar with us, and I know y'all familiar with the roll call.
Hmm.
Like we shut that bitch down. That was it, and I retired it.
Hmm. And this is before the straight profit thing.
Yeah,
So y'all already was in motion.
somewhat.
Hmm. No shit. Okay, so now you come over here, you jump on this record. How is it that, like, did it trip people out? Because it, like you said, a lot of our styles were so similar on that knocking pictures off the wall. Like, a lot of people think that might have been Young all three verses, but shit, that was you coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, did that trip the people out in the studio at the time? Like, damn, y'all got a similar sound. Like, how this?
And not that was the biggest crowd reaction that I ever got walking out the booth. Oh man, he wrecked that hoe. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember. Oh,
Nothing about that. It was just, man, you Rick.
yeah,
No shit. So you drop your verse and that's what you come out to.
yeah,
Everybody live.
man, keep that hoe. Know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. I was wondering how I did. Know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I hope them boys feel that. And shit, it wasn't no second opinions, no ifs, ands, and buts. It's gone. Mix that, master that immediately to the record station and go.
And that changed everything.
The whole dynamics change.
So boom, here come the majors. Are you involved in any of the business at that time, or do you just know like, okay, a deal has been signed and now we moving on a bigger level now?
It was it was always understood that that Youngster was the face card. So I ain't had no problem with playing my part. Before I ever got in the booth, we was hanging up block bleeder compilation posters on street signs and shit like that when, you know what I'm saying, the guerrilla hustle part of it. So it was part of me that was eager and couldn't wait to jump off into it, but then at the same time I knew to play my position.
And so once y'all sign this deal, like, you know, what type of things are the label setting y'all up with tour wise, feature wise, like other experiences that y'all starting to have outside of the city or outside of just what was going on, you know?
Man, it's kind of hard to say. Like everything was structured based on the team. It was like not too much uh, politicking and mingling with other artists and CEOs and shit, because he already knew what kind of flavors he had in the pot. You know what I'm saying? So if we did meet a mystical E40 be legit, JT Money or some shit like that, it was like I know what I'm saying, like no discussing business type shit. But yeah, I mean at the same time we ain't had no business really second guess nothing because we was already headed in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the label was loyal.
Mm. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Talk about the Hot Boys tour, man. What you remember from that experience?
Uh, Man, the biggest thing I really remember, we was doing a concert on the north side of the skating rink or something. Um, we showed up later than they did. They was already there, and they wasn't like finna perform.
Oh,
Uh,
until y'all got there.
it was a discrepancy. I don't know if it was a money discrepancy, but they wasn't finna perform until we came. Then that's when they decided they was gonna go on stage.
Hmm. Did you ever get to like y'all ever got to mingle with them and shit and like get to know any of them?
Actually, we worked out of the same studio, Uptown Recording, over there on Rampart and Bel Air. So yeah, a lot of the out of towners, you know what I'm saying, who a lot of people from New Orleans, Mr. Servon, uh, a lot of people was back and forth. Teapot, all them people was doing the music out of that same studio. So
Hmm. And this is in the era of like the Kappa and all that still going on. So did y'all got to hit the beach and you know what I'm saying to do all that type of shit?
Man, what? Man, yeah. We matter of fact, that's where we brushed. You know what I'm saying? Where we brushed up against a lot of people. Eve, Mystical, E40, Be Legit. Um, Probably a few more other cats. You know, but yeah.
If somebody, cause I mean, you know, that's culture shit when you talk about the Kappa Beach Party. If somebody never been to the Kappa, never experienced that, how would you describe that? Like, put them right there and say, like, this is what the Kappa is.
I said, said classified as a freak nigga. Said basically, I mean that's the best I can come up with. Live is going down.
Hmm. So what y'all just walking around? Y'all got mute? Like, tell me. I mean, just take me through
Me,
your whole experience at that time.
I always had my clique of friends that were outside of the music. Like they wasn't so with me bringing everybody around and all that shit. So I bring my niggas and let them experience some shit. You know, we did a lot of shit on our own. Even brought a couple of niggas in and let them sneak on a couple tracks that I was working on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out D Black and Pooh Bear.
Hmm. Talk about cause I mean, even just being on cause you all over the Throw Young Player album and all that. You know what I mean? Do you remember that? You know what stands out from that whole process?
Many nights in the studio just shit. Knocked out on couches, eating up studio time, and blood, sweat, and tears. For real, like the shit is way different from what it is now. Like we actually grinding for real. Um,
How would you say the difference is like back then versus today?
Man, cause you could just set some shit up in your living room with a laptop, and they got all these programs and shit that's accessible. Versus we was in here fucking with ADATs, you know what I'm saying, and being hands on with the shit.
Hmm.
And then it took away from the vibe. Like
When
even
you when you when you in the studio and everybody in there, then you got it's a
it,
different type of energy, you know.
yeah, yeah. You can, hey, what you got on your spit yours one time. Let me hear what you got. All that email back and forth shit that kind of just dead everything.
Hmm. What's some of your favorite moments from that whole time of like working on that album and all that? Because I mean, Throw Young Players, it's a youngster solo album, but it's like a damn near like a compilation because there's so many of y'all. Everybody kind of got an opportunity to do their thing.
Man, I can't just pinpoint one thing. Everything was special about that project. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he released that bitch at midnight. You know what I'm saying? And it was actually people outside ready to get that shit. Perform live performance at the TSU halftime. Uh, man, shit, everything. Like,
Hmm. Do you kind of cherish those moments, or is that just kind of just like that's just my early career, you know?
I cherish everything, the good and the bad.
Hmm.
I don't regret nothing. Um, Shit, I'm gonna be a grandpa one day. Be able to tell my kids these stories. They'll be able to Google some of this shit. You know.
Is there anything you say the good and the bad? Is there anything that you felt like you could have done different, or you wish you would have done different, or it's just kind of like this is the story, this is what it is, like?
Yeah. Your ups and downs are the highlight of what you got going on. Versus I just jumped off in it and everything went perfect. That's a bullshit lie. It's like saying I'm in a relationship. We never argue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this just happened to be the heights, the pinnacle of everything. But yeah, we had to take elevators, shortcuts, fall down the steps a couple times. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind.
What's something that you learned from that whole time being over at Straight Profit? Would you say what was like one of the most learning experiences?
Always make sure you got your business straight from the beginning. ASCAP Publishing, uh, and shit, trademark your name, a whole lot of shit. But a lot of shit didn't register with me because the shit took off just as, you know what I'm saying, as quick as you
You
could
ain't have
blink.
time to learn the game. It was just like shit. We.
Hey, the song at the radio station, I ain't gonna play the song unless you sign the contract. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this shit going fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but shit, it was more so I wanted to be heard versus than actually being on the stage doing the shit. Like I'm like, I want to be on no stage.
So you run into that side of it.
No,
You just like the studio aspect. I like cooking up the record. You ain't want to do all the performing and the artist shit.
yeah, if I could be a ghostwriter, I'd be cool with just doing that.
No shit. So you never. So at this whole time, are you trying to like be like a solo rapper and you serious about it, but behind the scenes and do it your own way, or you just really was on some like, I mean, if you hear me, cool. If not, but I'm really just like you say, I would be fine with being a ghostwriter. Or it's just now in hindsight being like, well, I'm really cool with just writing.
I never wanted to be a solo artist. Only reason to this day I'm a solo artist is because the similarities and modulations between me and youngsters, the conflicts of the voices. No, can't identify it. I can't sell a record because they think me and him the same person.
Talk about how tough that was. I mean, like you said, I mean, shit, y'all, you listen to that first and that second verse on that Knockin' Pictures, man. Like,
I was cool with being in the shot off.
hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes be in the studio, he'll nod off or whatever. Let me read this new paper, see what he talking about. And that's when I learned that he was thrower than the average.
Hmm.
Like you really gotta
Talk
grasp.
about that, cause people got young. He is throw, bro. He is a throw young player. Like that shit was a perfect name for him, dog.
Yeah, shit. I can't even explain it though. Uh, like I
Young
guess I
just it's just somebody young. He just got this thing. Like,
yeah he really do. Cause when I moved here from Cleveland, like I wasn't always a screwhead. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be riding with my partners to school or whatever, and I'm like, man, check out this twister or this new bone or whatever. Man, they'd play 5 seconds of this. Man, this shit going too fast. Pop that hoe out the deck and pop it in the screw tight. And that's when I had to learn to love it. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, it's more than just music. This a culture. This a lifestyle. And when I heard June 27, and I heard that nigga say, Assalamu alaikum Muslim shit, Assalam. I'm like, and that shit there made me,
off the top of the head, like,
yeah, off the top. So that shit opened up more doors for me to have a interest in what else was going on down here as far as the music had to go. You know, that's when I learned about the Big Pokies, Big Mo, H.A. Dub, 3-2, K Reno, all that shit. And then started to learn like, damn, Pimp C was like on the first few, know what I'm saying, first few screw tapes, point blank. You know, I'm like, damn, all this shit go together now.
hmm. So damn. So you come in here and literally you just learning the culture on the fly while also being a part of it too. Like, yeah, man. What we said, youngster. Lil Flip, it was something I was gonna ask you. Oh, Screw. Did you ever get a chance to meet Screw?
On several occasions. Um, I don't know his background and his history. Now I was coming out of my probation officer, and he was going in. But at the same time, that this was in Fort Bend. But at the same time, you can go downstairs and pay off traffic tickets or whatever. So that's away from the industry shit, but cornbreads or whatever. But I actually caught my first case trying to go to Screw House.
No
Right
shit.
down.
Okay, tell me about that.
Man, my partner, he called me. And he had his son with him, and he was like, man, shit, you could take me to go drop my son off. So we ride, whatever. We stop by his baby mama house. He gets some weed and shit. Then we leave from there. Then we go to his mama house. Then that's where we drop the boy off at. And mind you, it's already 3 in the morning. So we get to the stop sign at the end of the street. I'm on some stop and roll type shit and cut the laws off. And there it was.
Hmm. Damn, so they catch y'all with the weed and all this.
Yeah, they left the drink though.
Hmm.
The part of that drink they left it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So what? So what? Did you have any other experiences where you actually got to link up with Screw versus like just seeing them in passing and stuff like that?
At Cornbread, we talked. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a female group called the Southside Untouchables, and I thought it was live because one of the artists' name was called Lady Flex, and I was gonna present them to Screw, and so they remade that song. I can't tell ya how to catch a groove.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Tron, bang, bang, banging that screw, huh? And I'm like, oh, that's hard as fuck. So I actually let him hear it. He liked it. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of like talked about some random shit. He was like, well, I'm in the process of working on getting Screwed Up Entertainment going. Just keep grinding, young nigga. You know what I'm saying? This right about around the time when the Y2 Great Screw tape came out. And so I just took the information that he gave me, you know what I'm saying, to build up my confidence and get my ego, you know what I'm saying, to where it should be, you know, because I on some humble shit, you know what I'm saying, like it didn't matter if we did take it to the highest pinnacle or not, you know what I'm saying, but my whole thing is I want to see everybody shine, but yeah.
Hmm. Talk about, you said cornbreads. Talk about that cornbreads. If you had to paint that picture of that cornbreads lot, man, that came up a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on in that cornbreads parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shit, for the out of towners, that's just a pool hall. You know what I'm saying, with the parking lot outside. There was more shit going on outside than inside, you know. Buddha and man, you know what I'm saying. Shit, it was a mini freak nick. You know what I'm saying. Just a lot of shit going down, like people from all different places and sides. You know what I'm saying. Like I feel like this is where the north side and the south side came together and kind of did it the bullshit.
Hmm. So people from the north will be out at cornbread.
Yeah, motherfuckers from Lamarck, Texas City, Dickinson, Tom Bar, Cypress, all yeah.
Hmm. That's what's up. That's what's up. So talk about what ended up happening with you, like leaving the label and all that. Like, cause I mean, Straight Profit was, y'all had so many people over there, and then it was just kind of like after a while it just faded out. Seemed like
The inner,
everybody went their ways.
and that's just what it was. It was like a no written out shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a come pick up your check. Hey, spend it wisely because this is the last one. And, like, damn.
That's how the label closed, or that was just how y'all situations.
That's when it was over to me.
Hmm.
I mean, but shit, the TYP clique, you know what I'm saying? What it was, James. I'm trying to think. James had went to jail. It was just a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was dealing with their own personal issues, so it was bound to like happen sooner than later.
Yeah, I was over there fucking up, getting it out.
Hey,
Being young and having money and freedom and
hey, like that shit ain't matter at first. Like you told us to leave the streets alone. Ain't no dibbling and dabbling and doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? And we could rely on show money and residual income. So now you got us in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Where everything being neutralized, we ain't got no choice but to give the people what they came to see. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so you get a check and you say, "Hey man, it's the last check. Spend it wisely." What is your mind frame at that point? Like, what were you looking to do after that? Like after the Straight Profit thing?
Mm, shit, to be honest, I ain't. I mean, it had paved the way. I could do anything that I wanted to do from that point on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I built my own reputation with the opportunity I was given. You know, and I'm saying I built my own because it was always, like I said, it was friction or misunderstanding about who was who. So I just took that to the street, yeah, or the street gravitated to me. So why not be? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So then, You move along, but then you end up getting locked up like what, a couple years not too long after the straight profit thing kind of goes.
Yeah, matter of fact, when I first went to jail and got put on probation, it was in February, and then believe March 20th, the Time to Play project was supposed to drop, which ended up being the TYP Part 3, which was my project. And I'm like, and I was having probation hearings that I had to go to, and I'm like, man, I'm finna go to jail. I ain't gonna be able to perform this shit anyway. So he did the next most smart thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And put young stars, throw young players. And that's the explanation behind that. If anybody was wondering, everybody, man, that was your album. Yeah, it was my album. You know. But,
If you ain't around to do that, then as a CEO, he got to figure out a way to still get this thing together.
yeah, so it's a lot of shit that I couldn't do. Like people could never like really. By the time the shit started flourishing and really making noise, it was a lot of shit that I couldn't attend because of restrict. You know what I'm saying? My restrictions, couldn't travel, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And then I was fucking up anyway, catching cases all the time. On top of that, so
Like hustling, or what type did you? Are you using? Cause you know that's straight profit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Young came on here and talked about it, man. You know the water and all that was going on. Did you ever get into that type of stuff, or that wasn't really your thing?
I won't lie. You know what I'm saying? You know that's a learning process that we had to go through. Like to this day, like we cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? And doing what we got to do. Like I think we got kids and shit now. People to live for, people that depend on us. You know.
But in that era, though,
yeah, we ain't the only ones.
yeah, for sure, yeah. And that's the thing is that like that's why I talk about it because it's like in Houston, we know about Serb and all that, but like that's just as much as part of the culture and what was going on, and it wasn't like you wasn't gonna be ostracized because you did it. It's like this is what everybody doing. This is a part of what we do out here.
I'm gonna say if it wasn't a 3-day drug, I would have never tried it. You know.
You said a 3-day drug? What you mean?
Yeah, like you could do that. Go take a piss test for your PO.
Oh, you talking about how it cleans you out?
Yeah, because I couldn't smoke weed no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, everybody around me blowing, doing this and that. So, yeah. And them days dead, though.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. Well, man, so you end up getting locked up and you come home, and then that's when the shooting incident happened in between that?
Yeah. Yeah, I went in 2010, come on 2014.
No, I'm talking about before that.
Before that,
you got shot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was shortly after, a few months after. Yeah, like I came home, I completed my little probation, whatever. I shot back to Cleveland because my grandmother was on her deathbed, and so my BM called like, you need to do this and then you ain't doing nothing for your daughter. I'm like, shit, I've been locked up for 2 years. I ain't been doing for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I took the initiative, wired her some bread, whatever. Then I caught out, came from Cleveland to the H. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up staying in the hotel with one of my female partners, and shit. And we checking out or whatever, and the dude like, you know how to get to such and such. He in the car with his girl in the front seat, so I ain't thinking nothing of that. So he like, hey, you know how to get to such and such? I'm like, yeah, you just go around the belt and just shoot down that way. And, you know what I'm saying? He like, all right. So I'm walking. I probably get within 20 yards away from him, and then he like, hey, I turn around, and I could just see the reflection of the crown. And I put my hand up like that. I got shot twice in the hand, 4 in the hip, 1 in the side, 1 in the back. And then
did he try to rob you after that? Or
no, I think when I was running to the car, he ain't realize that I was with somebody. So when I'm running to the car, I guess he looked to see which way I was going, and when he seen the headlights facing the road, he was like, oh, he with somebody, and I don't know, but then he only had 8 rounds to play with. So
damn. And so you god damn. And to this day you still don't, it was just still like some random shit.
But I handle every situation like you a possible suspect.
Man. So then, but then you end up getting locked up after that.
Yeah, uh, that's what that's what that's what opened the doors for me to jump out of my character. Motherfuckers be thinking, oh, because you such and such, you tall, nigga, I'ma stick you up and I'ma take something. And then that's when you know what I'm saying,
That
start,
so that shit changed you.
yeah,
Hmm.
like on some Vietnam type shit. You know what I'm saying? Shell shock, for real. So that's what that was
So
about.
now you moving around, you strapped all the time and all this type of shit, or like, are you did you become more of an aggressor type of person?
I mean, that was short lived. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take long before I got locked up for doing that dumb shit.
So what led to you getting locked up that time? Drew
Shit.
down on somebody?
Yeah. And
Did
then
and then you say that changed that you jumped out of character when you got in trouble for that? Was that like did God come and talk to you and be like, man, no, Flex, this ain't even. Did you have that type of moment, or
no, not that time. Just my heart dropped to my feet like I could lose everything that I worked for. Every time I go to jail, it'd be like successes right there on my, you know what I'm saying, on the platter. And then shit, after so many times indulging in those type of activities, I became accustomed to the shit. So it didn't phase me no more. I'm like, shit, if it go where it supposed to go, like, I was locked up when everybody started taking off. You know what I'm saying? Paul Wall, Mike Jones, and all of them. And so I like shit. Maybe it just wasn't meant for me at that time. But shit, to me, I'm always be my I'm the biggest star I see.
hmm.
So I can give a fuck about if I ever get on the stage again or you know. But shit, my heart's still in this shit though.
Like you say, your heart's still in it, because I mean, you got hella records you recording, all the time now, right?
That and not to be resting on my laurels, but you got the knocking pictures off the wall, Southside grooving, still standing, get high with the blankster. Man, screwed up for the green with Matt Grace. Uh, man, it's a whole bunch of shit.
Nah, run them down. Go ahead. Nah, run them
Man,
hoes down. Shit.
man, that bit, man, that's long, subject to be longer than my track record.
Hmm. Yeah. That's what it is. So now we got Steel Flex.
Yeah, still flex. Yeah.
Where we at right now in 2022 on Steel Flex? Like you say, you came out wanting to do something else, but then that wasn't what the people wanted for you. So now you back to giving the people what they want.
Yeah, cause I can't go out on some sellout type shit. So, and it's unfair to the people who've been yearning for this music. Um, and I just thank God that he blessed me with a voice. You know what I'm saying? That people gravitated towards, and not like many others. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Pimp C, but the voice. You know what I'm saying? And our culture need that, and I studied the dynamics before I actually jump back into it. Like, and I got friends. You know what I'm saying? I got people who I check up on a regular basis. Man, the streets need more of that. We need. You can't quit this. It's all like, and it's always been a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Like the escape reality, go and release some frustration at the studio. Lost some steam. So it ain't never went nowhere. You know, it just the only thing that ever might change is the determination of how hard I was gonna go. But I do this shit with my eyes closed. Like where Juvie said, I eat, sleep, shit, and talk rap.
That's you, man. You got something? You got anything new that you can drop? Maybe like 12, 16 bars or something.
Oh, yeah, it might not be a full 12. Uh, well, dipping in the candy apple red box, doing power spots with your girl by my side on the Xbox. I don't want your, I just want the, I've been getting guap. Always keep that shit 100. Know what I'm talking about? Pull up on you, hit the switch, drop the top, recline the kit. Always on some other shit. Next week a new mothership. Drop it off and set the pick. Fuck around and hit the lick. Scratch off my bucket. Let's pick up like who the fuck is this? I've been on. Hey,
Go ahead, dog. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's
I've been
up.
on the paper route, getting to the Skrilla. Summertime approaching, pulling up on them gorillas. How long? Yeah, that's it, man. Hey, September 5th, man. I'm planning on making a release on my birthday.
You on the 5th?
On the 5th.
I'm on the 6th.
Labor Day.
I'm on September 6th birthday.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah. We in this hole. It's going down. That's what it is, man. Stay still flex September 5th. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else you want to promote before we get up out of here?
Man, shit. First and foremost, I like to thank God. And then without Charlie, wouldn't be no me. Much love to Donnie Houston, man. Appreciate being on your show, man. And shit, man. I can't express it how much I appreciate y'all for y'all patience, man. Coming soon. Still flex.
Already, that's what it is. Hey, man, it's Donnie Houston Podcast, man. Y'all been asking for him. I got him here. You know what I'm saying? Run them numbers up, man. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, bring some people to the channel. Have them subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Turn them alerts on. All that. Go to DonnieHoustonWorld.com. Grab you some merch. We got new merch coming. We got the Mr. 32 documentary coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going down, man. It's Donnie Houston. Lil Flex. We're out of here.
Flex now on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie Houston.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston Podcast, man.